People have different problems, and there is no any single person who doesn't have a problem. In fact, problems are a part of our life. The most important thing is that how we cope with our problems and challenges that we face in our day-to-day life. Okay, so I'm going to give you a small puzzle to solve. That puzzle will teach us something to gain our life and apply into our problems. Okay, suppose that you are given a line drawn by a pencil or pen on a paper. Your task is to make that line short, but remember, you are not allowed to delete or erase or do anything to that line. Is it possible or impossible? Yes, I agree. There are impossible things in the world. But do you know that impossibles can be converted into possibles? The thing is that when we look at the problems with a conventional mindset, that we feel that it is very difficult to solve. But actually, if you prevent from that conventional mindset and if you look at the problem with a new dimension, with a new aspect, actually you can impossibles converted into possibles. Okay, now let's see how we can convert this problem into a possible one. Okay, now the conditions given to you is that you cannot do anything to this line, but that line should be short one. Okay, you can draw another line which is longer than that given line. Now automatically the given line is relatively a short line to your drawn long line. Okay, what is the lesson that we can learn from this puzzle and how we can apply this solution into our life? Okay, we have different problems and challenges and difficulties. So do not try or do not struggle with your problems to solve them. Instead of struggling with your problems and challenges, you have option that you can develop your capacity, your skills, your strength and your self-esteem, your self-confidence. If you can develop yourself, it means that if you can become a long line, so you feel your problems, your challenges are very small challenge to you.
Rashan Pamudita is a rising music producer from the Faculty of Science, University of Peradeniya, and a notable alumna of Prince of Wales College, Moratuwa, and D.S. Senanayake College, Colombo. The young producer began his musical journey during his school years and commenced his career as a music producer in 2019 after completing 2 diplomas in sound and music technology as well as electronic production. Rashan's first original production, Marambari Ma, brought him tremendous fame, while one of his latest productions, Heenamate Remix, was ranked the 209th place in Spinning Records talent pool, bringing him an international popularity. This youthful producer, with over 10,000 listeners in Spotify, is now ready to conquer the music industry in collaboration with some renowned artists in Sri Lanka. Rashan, as Perabeats, we wish you for a remarkable musical voyage.
සිහිනක මම තනි වේලා නිදියහනේ mama sitamin city then namataka mata vena yane hitene wari bas karam passata rap ekahine mama asata biya biloke papi mama inetani bila kine mama vedena andure atapatala
Tharanga announced his retirement from international cricket on 23rd of February in 2021. Very sad news for the Sri Lankan cricket fans. He is a left-handed opening batsman who played for Sri Lanka for the past 15 years. He is a former captain of our cricket team. He played in all three formats for Sri Lanka. He was an opening batsman in 2007 and 2011 Cricket World Cup with respectively Sanath Jayasuriya and T.M. Dilshan. Jayasuriya and Tharanga were two dangerous opening pair in 2006 to 2007 period, especially 5-0 whitewash at England in 2006. This pair was threatening the England bowling lineup. Final one-day match, Tharanga and Jayasuriya put a world record partnership of 286 off just 201 balls. Jayasuriya made 152 runs and Tharanga made 109 runs. This partnership was broken in 2018 by Pakistan players. In 2011 World Cup, Tharanga and Dilshan were threatening openers to opposition teams. Both scored two 200-plus partnership, especially in quarter-final match against England. Sri Lanka won by 10 wickets. Tharanga and Dilshan scored century in that match. Tharanga is the fastest Sri Lankan to reach 4,000 runs in 119 innings. He is a living legend who involved in 7 200-plus partnerships after Ricky Ponting. He scored 174 runs, not out in 2013. It is the second highest score by a Sri Lankan batsman. Tharanga is the 9th player to pass 5,000 runs in Sri Lankan cricket. He led the Sri Lankan team in 2016 to 2017 period. He had a very hard period during his captaincy, but he led the team to win a series in Zimbabwe. He is a legend of Sri Lankan cricket.
Hi, I'm Dhananjani Amarasena and I am 25 years old. I studied at Pushpadana Girls College in Kandy and I am a third year science student at University of Peradeniya. I am majoring in computer science as my Bachelor of Science honours degree. I am currently running my own online cake shop called as the Buttercup. And after few months, I started another online saver shop called as the Ketchup. Both are promoting through the social media like Instagram and Facebook. My customers can interact with me through my online Facebook page. And they can order any customized cake and any savory item for reasonable price for any occasion. At first, I got small scale orders like cupcakes and brownies. But no matter how small the order was, I was quite committed to do it. Because I always considered about the taste as well as the appearance of my products. And I was really happy to say that within a short period, I got a large scale order for a wedding function. And I'm really worked hard on it and finally got an amazing feedback from my customers end. On that day, I realized the self-satisfaction is greater than earning money. Since my childhood, I loved to do baking and cooking. As you all know, due to this corona pandemic situation, I also got a chance to stay at home after a very long time. So, I make an opportunity to use my passionate to become an entrepreneur on this period. I actually wanted to say to who wants to become an entrepreneur, never give up on any failure and have a good vision and work on it. According to the health guidelines, people intend to stay inside homes during this corona pandemic situation. Therefore, I decided to deliver my products under all health and safety regulations to my customers' doorstep. I used my own transport service to do that. So I turned threat into an opportunity to grow my business day by day. Finally, I am so grateful to have the loyal, supportive and caring family and friends who are always with me. And I want to thank you, the Perabeats family, who gives me this amazing opportunity.
Genetic conservation. Crudia selenica, known as Sri Lankan legume, which has been subjected to a serious situation recently in Sri Lanka, could be able to open the minds of people about conservation of genetic diversity gifted by Mother Earth. Are you aware of genetic conservation? Biological diversity on the Earth are currently facing a huge threat. The most pathetic situation is that if somehow a gene in a gene pool is disturbed, it cannot be artificially reproduced. Therefore, the need of conservation of genes is the most significant responsibility of present human on behalf of future generations. Genetic diversity is rapidly being depleted because natural reasons and direct or indirect consequences of human action. As natural reasons, climatic changes, spreading of diseases, and natural disasters may cause to the loss of genetic diversity from the world. But the most influential factor causing endangerment and extinction of natural resources is the unjustifiable human activities. Habitat degradation due to the deforestation by humans for the development projects, overexploitation of natural resources, gene trade of natural species, and environmental pollution are caused to this genetic erosion by humans. IUCN Red List shows the comprehensive information about the global extinction risk status of animal, fungus, and plant species. Currently, there are more than 35,500 species threatened with extinction, including 40% of amphibians, 34% of conifers, 26% of mammals, and 14% of birds. In genetic conservation, it can be conserved in the form of entire ecosystem or as an individual species. This can be done in two approaches, namely in situ conservation and ex situ conservation. Through in situ conservation, plants and animals are conserved within their natural habitats. A large area required for this purpose will be set aside as reserve areas. As per the records, nearly 15% of the total land area in Sri Lanka has been reserved. Ex situ conservation literally means off-site conservation, and it is the process of protecting an endangered species varieties or breeds of plants and animals outside of its natural habitats. In spite of that, humans are a part of the nature, but most of the human activities that have been seen recently are a separate category from other natural phenomena. So, as responsible humans, if we want to exist on the planet Earth, we must conserve the genetic diversity of nature on Mother Earth.
Designers was an online webinar series organized by the Rotary Club in University of Peradeniya with the collaboration of Perabeats, the official media society of University of Peradeniya, to bring the participants an awesome experience in digital designing. This program was followed by 3 online sessions under the topics of Adobe Lightroom, Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Premiere Pro. The Adobe Lightroom session was held on the 6th of February to cover the basics of Lightroom, color grading basics and Lightroom Mobile during the workshop. The Adobe Photoshop session was held on the 10th of February. The workshop successfully covered an introduction to Photoshop, basic tools in Photoshop and basic introduction to graphic designing. The Adobe Premiere Pro session was held in 13th of February and it covered an introduction to Premiere Pro, essential tools in Premiere Pro and basic editing process of a video. All these online workshops were conducted by Masters of Digital Designing in Perabeats via the Zoom platform. Mini Project Mania was a great opportunity created by the Rotary Club in University of Peradeniya to come up with amazing project ideas. The aim of this event was to create project creators to create projects that may light up many lives worldwide. The club plan was to select best 10 projects and give them the chance to carry out their own project within the club. The deadline for all the submissions was on or before the 20th of February. Pratibhana 20 is another upcoming seminar series scheduled focusing the O-level students in Vatappala Mahavidyalaya. The club is planning to hold it at the end of the March 2021. They are collecting all donations including funds, school equipments and other required stationeries these days. All donations are kindly accepted on or before the 15th of March 2020. Compass was an informative session which was organized by outgoing global talent of Isaac in University of Peradeniya. The main audience of the events was the recent graduates and the final year batch of the University of Jaffna. The session was done on the topic of how to be the perfect job candidate. Ms. Hasini Suarez and Mr. Buddhishan Manaperi were invited as the guest speakers of the event and 2 very informative sessions were done apart from the OGT awareness session which was done by Sandun Tharinda, the LCVP OGT. The event was commenced on 7th January 2021. The event was a success and participants were proceeded to the next steps of the OGT. Unlocked was a talk show which was organized by Isaac in University of Peradeniya on the 9th of January 2021. The main focus of the event was to deliver a pre-online PR event to showcase the potential that Isaac in University of Peradeniya had when it came to partnership development and public relations. The event revolved around the idea of a talk show where many celebrities joined and had different conversations with the host. Many singers and YouTubers were joined, namely Sukanya, Mania, Racha, Sirilaya, Isuru, Dhanasri, Ridma, Midun SK, Vindula, Pratap, Stephanie C. Vardana, and as the host, Ashin Sinivia was there. Many sponsorships were raised, including a title partnership creating Unlocked with Andalis.
It is with the utmost pleasure that they are announcing the registrations for Acrylics 21, the first ever science fiction competition in Sri Lanka organized by Setspera in University of Peradeniya. The competition is open for all the young science fiction enthusiasts all over the country to show and improve their creativity combined with the knowledge of science. More information about the competition can be found on the Setspera Facebook page. Hilagi Rave is the online folk music discussion organized by Vibhava Literary Association of University of Peradeniya was held on 2nd of February 2021. Folk music is a field which at present receives only a declining attention of society. This event was therefore organized to raise awareness through creating an enthusiasm in Sri Lankan youth on the folk music. This was conducted live through Zoom and Facebook. The main guest speakers of the day were Mr. Rohan Peddage, Mr. Jananath Varkagoda, Mr. Sahan Ranvala and Mr. Saman Lenin, the well-known and most dignified figures in the field of Sri Lankan folk music. The discussion of the program was on the value of folk music as a unique icon to our culture. Enlightening the program further, guests presented various types of folk songs. The discussion was moreover continued on the importance to preserve the folk music to create a favorable environment in the society and nation. The Valentine's event, Adarniya Sirkarwa, was organized and presented creatively and dramatically to emphasize the real meaning of love on Valentine's Day, the 14th of February by Vibhava Literary Association as a YouTube live stream event. The issues encountered by the youth in relationships were aesthetically discussed. The main objective of organizing this event was to appreciate those who sacrificed their energy, support true love, feel love by watching one in love, considering them as the real Valentines of the world.